Saint of the Day. June 3. Saint Charles Lwanga. Martyr. Born, January 1, 1860. Kingdom of Buganda. Died, June 3, 1886, aged 26. Namugongo, Kingdom of Buganda. Venerated in Roman Catholic Church, Anglican Communion, Lutheranism. Beatified, 1920 AD. Pope Benedict XV. Canonized, October 18, 1964. Pope Paul VI. Major Shrine. Basilica of the Uganda Martyrs, Munyonyo Martyrs Shrine. Feast, June 3. Patronage, African Catholic Youth Action, Converts, Torture Victims. Charles Lwanga was a Ugandan convert to the Catholic Church, who was martyred for his faith and is revered as a saint by both the Catholic Church and the Anglican Communion. A member of the Baganda tribe, Lwanga was born in the Kingdom of Buganda, the central and southern part of modern Uganda, and served as chief of the royal pages and later major domo in the court of King Mwanga II of Buganda. He was baptized by Père Giroux on November 15, 1885. As part of the king's effort to resist foreign colonization, the king insisted that Christian converts abandon their new faith and executed many Anglicans and Catholics between 1885 and 1887, including Lwanga and other officials in the royal court or otherwise very close to him. Saint Charles and many other martyrs for the faith died between November 15, 1885 January 27, 1887, in Namugongo, Uganda. Saint Charles and his companions were beatified in 1920 and canonized by Pope Paul VI in 1964. In 1879 Catholicism began spreading in Uganda when the White Fathers, a congregation of priests founded by Cardinal Lwanga, were peacefully received by King Mutsa of Uganda. The priests soon began preparing catechumens for baptism, and before long a number of the young pages in the king's court had become Catholics. However, on the death of Mutsa, his son Mwanga, a corrupt man who ritually engaged in pedophilic practices with the younger pages, took the throne. When King Mwanga had a visiting Anglican bishop murdered, his chief page, Joseph Makaza, a Catholic who went to great length to protect the younger boys from the king's lust, denounced the king's actions and was beheaded on November 15, 1885. The 25-year-old Charles Lwanga, a man wholly dedicated to the Christian instruction of the younger boys, became the chief page, and just as forcibly protected them from the king's advances. On the night of the martyrdom of Joseph Makaza, realizing that their own lives were in danger, Lwanga and some of the other pages went to the White Fathers to receive baptism. Another 100 catechumens were baptized in the week following Joseph Makaza's death. The following May, King Mwanga learned that one of the boys was learning the catechism. He was furious and ordered all the pages to be questioned to separate the Christians from the others. The Christians, 15 in all, between the ages of 13 and 25, stepped forward. The king asked them if they were willing to keep their faith. They answered in unison, "Until death." They were bound together and taken on a 2-day walk to Namugongo, where they were to be burned at the stake. On the way, Matthias Kalamba, one of the eldest boys, exclaimed, "God will rescue me. But you will not see how he does it, because he will take my soul and leave you only my body." The executioners cut him to pieces and left him to die alone on the road. When they reached the site where they were to be burned, they were kept tied together for 7 days while the executioners prepared the wood for the fire. On June 3, 1886, at the Feast of the Ascension, Charles Lwanga was separated from the others and burned at the stake. The executioners slowly burnt his feet until only the charred remained. Still alive, they promised him that they would let him go if he renounced his faith. He refused to say, "You are burning me, but it is as if you are pouring water over my body." He then continued to pray silently as they set him on fire. Just before the flames reached his heart, he looked up and said in a loud voice, "Katonda, my God," and died. His companions were all burned together the same day, all the while praying and singing hymns until they died. There were 22 proto-martyrs in all. The last of the proto-martyrs, a young man named John Mary, was beheaded by King Lwanga on January 27, 1887. The persecutions spread during the reign of Lwanga, with 100 Christians, both Catholics and Protestants, being tortured and killed. Saint Charles Lwanga is the patron saint of African Catholic Youth Action.